Hello, welcome to Mr. Calliore's Greek Lesson Volume 1. Oh, wait a second, sorry. Welcome back, guys. It's George Calliore. It's your favorite strength coach in the world, I hope, anyway. Not be some comments down below. Make sure you like it, though. I started off this box squat session with some banded rosies. This is a fat powerlifter move that really mimics the bench press, staying tight throughout the movement, tucking your elbows and pulling the weight into your chest. It's popular amongst geared lifters because when you get to the bottom of that lift, you actually have to pull the weight into your chest. Um, Started off box squatting. I'm outside. I'm in the garage anyway. That's my yoke. I did buy the J hooks. That is a bucket from Home Depot. Nothing fancy here. And then you'll notice with the box squat, I sit down to the box. I pause. I relax the hips, and then I drive off the box. I don't just rock off the box. That's a big common misconception. I'm going to talk through that. Pay attention when I hit the box. My hips kind of tuck under me just a little bit, and then you see me kind of lean back, and then I kind of lean forward. That lean forward isn't my hip flexors bringing me forward. Now I go to a smaller box, which you'll really see hip drive, posterior chain hip drive. So that rock forward isn't my hip flexors bringing me forward like I'm trying to throw myself into the power rack. It's actually my hips driving hard, driving my body forward back into alignment because the bar is so far behind me that without it, you would have no other way to get up off the box. So when you sit on the box, the shin should be vertical, that the hips slightly relaxed, not all the way relaxed. It's like you're sitting on a glass table. You don't want to break the glass, but you want to relax a little bit onto it. And then you drive the feet outward, not just the knees, but screwing the feet in. Drive the feet outward using the glutes, using the hips. That's what I mean when I say hips. In order to push yourself back into your squatting position. This is a bad side view, but you can still see the silhouette, and it kind of takes away from all the other distraction. Notice the back stays neutral. I'm not hyperextending the back. The shins are still vertical. The glutes fire right there. I'm not throwing my hips so far back that I have to tilt all the way forward. I'm sitting back, yeah, but I'm sitting down. This is my squat. This is how I normally free squat. And I said it before that you need to box squat like you would free squat, unless you squat straight down like an Olympic lifter, then you're just going to hurt yourself. You need to do a power squat. So, neutral back. I squeeze my glutes before I start to make sure I have a neutral spine. I sink my hips back. I bend the knees at the same time. You can see I'm way below parallel. This is actually what I meant by strongman stretching. The further you drop into a box squat, the more it stretches you out. But obviously, a box squat doesn't let you stretch reflex, and stretch reflex is what gives you tight hips. All right. So when you're using those tight hips, you can obviously go down less further. So I use the box squat to stretch the hips out, start higher, take a little bit away at a time until you can reach a point where you're either below parallel or way below parallel. I figured this out when I just reviewed a video of my first competition when I got back in 2015, how deep I sunk the squat, even with a little bit of weight and wearing elevated heels. The coach was still a dick, but the point is that I sunk the weight so deep, now I can barely get to parallel. Parallel is questionable. So, implementing box squats again, working the glutes, working the hips, working the hamstrings, really learning how to fire out of the bottom of the hole. It's similar to a pause squat, but I think a pause squat needs to be done after learning how to properly do a box squat. Because if you just go into a pause squat, you're going to jump into the most strong position that you can get in. That might not be the most optimal, especially for a new lifter, a new squatter. So teach the box squat first. Teach the box squat to parallel, an inch below parallel, 2 inches, 3 inches, until they can basically get all the way down. Do a close stance, athletic stance, wide stance. Do all of it each week. You could do a max effort in every stance with a different size box. You'll see there I just did a zero stretch reflex. A good athlete should be able to hold a stretch for at least 4 seconds. And then these are just some seated good morning, seated back extensions, building up a strong back. Listen, guys, if you have any questions about the box squat, please hit me up. I love the box squat. It's my favorite exercise besides the deadlift. Email me, call me, text me, reply in the comment. I love you guys. That's why I do this. I wish I could talk more about the box squat, but my time is up. So take care. Call me here.
I need your arms around me. I need to feel your touch.